Welcome to another edition. Welcome to another edition. Let it play, let it play, let it play while I talk. Welcome to another edition of Tell It How It Is. No filter. I am Voice of Reason. Thanks for joining me. Thank you. Another day above ground, another episode above ground, another segment. Breathing, living. You hear me? Be grateful. Be grateful. Be appreciative. Value the fact that you're here. Value the fact you have life. Value the fact that you are able to do the things that we take for granted. Be grateful for light. Be grateful for breath. Be grateful for energy. Be grateful for strength. Be grateful you got a fridge, a stove, heat. You don't understand, man. All these things can be snatched, including your life, at any moment. I gotta work on my posture because someone told me, shout out to LS, Lenny Smith. Yo, you be looking, chubby and shit. Ain't you in the gym? Shout out all my gym conscious people. And yeah, I don't know, the camera add 5 pounds, but I don't be sitting correctly, man. Look like I ain't right. But it's just jokes, funs, and games. You know what? Subscribe to the channel on YouTube at Voice of Reason NF. Hit the notification bell, share, comment, like. Let's get rolling. All right. Organized crime. Providing for a woman down on her luck, work-wise, money-wise, versus vice versa. Providing for a man down on his luck, work-wise, money-wise. There's a lot of debates here. There's scenarios you could put in play that makes this a good convo and will probably lead us with a 50-50 split. Voice of Reason is going to take a scenario where it may not be so 50-50. This is just one perspective of it. Again, this can be debated to get it to 50-50. What I'm going to give you is different. So, from a man's perspective, when he reaches a certain maturity, a certain level, mentally, financially, even possibly physically, he has the confidence, ambition, all the right ingredients to stand tall. He meets a woman that he truly sees potential in being his other better half. This is the only scenario I'm wanting you to zero in and focus on what I'm saying. Like I said, you can take it from other aspects. This scenario, he really sees her as his better half, wholeheartedly. When she's down on her luck, I don't feel there's a shot clock, a time frame per se, initially, that puts pressure on her to not be down on her luck. He will save the day. Remember the fact, as I said, it has to be. Now, during this time frame, if she starts to show certain signs that influences this guy's view of her, not being petty, we're not nitpicking. I'm saying if there's a significant shift, highly noticeable shift, that changes this equation. But the moral of this story is to defend the fellas that if he's of that certain maturity and level in life, and he truly feels the woman is his better half, she could be down on her luck for however long. It wouldn't be right if I ain't vice versa this. So, women, because I'm not you, help me with the equivalent of this. Because it's not just you're thinking he's your better half. It's internal. It's a certain emotion tapped, right? What is it? What is your version of that? And I'm saying that non-sarcastically, because usually, I'm an ass about it. You know what I'm saying? I really want to say you don't have a version of it. I really don't see it. But because I'm not you, I won't finalize that. I won't say that that's what it is. I want someone of the woman repping the ladies of women. I want someone to tell me what's that version for y'all. So what will make y'all be able to hold your guard down with no shot clock? I don't know. I'm clueless. I will keep an open mind that there's possibly a way that you can actually do this. We're not going to talk about the temporaries. We're not saying that. That's why I didn't create a bunch of scenarios. There's a bunch of things you can put on the table to make this a conversation longer than it has to be. I'm just getting right to it. I gave women kind of the blueprint. Ladies, not saying you should fully take advantage of this or feel like you never have to get your shit together. But if he wholeheartedly thinks you're his better half, he will continue to provide, crunch numbers, try to figure it out. You may not be able to do all the things you want to do at all the times you want to do it, but he will not throw in the towel. I don't care. He might get stressed a little. It may seem like he's on the ropes. He is in it. He's in it. He's holding it down. We're not going to put dynamics to alter this. I'm telling you just from this perspective, and I'm getting off of this in a second, but I want y'all to tell me from the woman's side. We're going to use this as the promo. We're about, okay, I know where to grab it. Feel me? I know how to, decide what gets promo or not. And this is definitely it. So yeah, ladies, repeatedly I'm saying this because I really want to know, what does that look like for you? Repetitive, because I'm clueless. Women have the potential to do it, but how long and under what circumstances will they ride out longer than normal? Okay. It really takes more than good sex. This is where porn hurts us, fellas. So, what age do we stop thinking that just great sex and the visuals together can keep us locked in with the woman? Like, yo, visually, this is what I want my woman to look like. Sexually, she does the things I want. That is the package. What age and what has to happen? What realization comes where you can't survive off this? What was the phrase? Listen, I don't get religious. Let me make sure I go to the good book before I start trying to make my random quotes. But did he say man can't live on bread alone? I think that's something I could co-sign. Where do we get in life where we go, that's not enough? Or is it could be, if the other things about the woman, even if it's not super successful, super, as long as she don't take away, as long as she doesn't, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't negate. It doesn't go in the opposite direction in everything else about it. Like it's peaceful, supportive, but I'm cheating right here because that's giving you other things already outside of that, right? So ask yourself, guys, what age do you get to where that no longer is gonna work as the only factor? I get what I want visual. I get what I want sexually. And then me incorporate how the porn hurts. Because the more we watch that, and it's sad because it goes deeper than that. Like, let's not just blame porn. Social media, period. Fellas, we know if we have algorithm and we engaged in any Instagram influencer, dancer, bottle girls, whatever, and all a page has is them in tights, leggings, bikinis, bathing suits. Once we entertain that, the algorithm is going to continue to give us that. We like it, comment on it, whatever energy we give it, it's going to overwhelm us. So that is just as bad, if not worse, than the porn. Because now, what we liking and what's flowing in that algorithm, we ain't got real women like that. Meaning like, it's just on the gram. It's just on social media. Us regular Joe Smoes, I'm going to tell you what you can't acquire. You might got a girl, a female in your roster, if you're a roster guy, that could bang heads with these influencers and what we see on the gram. It's not impossible. I'm not saying to think small. We getting off the topic though, because like I said, we still setting the bar. Because really, let's be mature here. And they could click, they could have substance. But what we seeing on social media is not substance, even if the person posting has substance. So when we see the leggings, we see the tighties, we see the cheeks, we see all this enticing shit on there is no substance. It's just a fucking look. So what do we really crave? What do we really want? What do we really enjoy? What do we see as a whole? It doesn't help. It doesn't help. It really does take more. You're going to get to that age. And if I have listeners and followers and viewers that's still at the age where they can't feel what I'm saying, that's cool. I was there too. This shit lasted a long time with me thinking that that's what's going to cut it. You need more. Shout out to the ones who got more. They was able to still have this and still get damn near the whole package as well. But I think the look is going to be the look. I don't think we should be such a particular judger per se. All the other stuff that's important, build that first. And I think the sex you think you want, you can still get, especially if y'all pay attention to each other and are both open-minded in the pleasure and whatever that is for your partner. You might just be all right, but it takes more and more of that. For the best possible love, for the best love possible, the woman has to be able to stay home. Or, because I'm going to give you fellas options here because it's tough in this economy for you to have a lady that just stays home all the time, nothing, no income, nothing. But go back to, we'll hold it down, right? We'll hold a woman down, right? But there's a difference. Like, it's still tough. But let's separate those. Let's not combine that. So the or is work for herself, choosing her own schedule / hours, because that's how we can motivate them past that down on their luck. If they ever had a vision, clothing, jewelry, hair products, skin products, women have avenues endless because there's so much in women and the beauty and the maintenance that they could come up with something to hustle, right? So if you get at least get that rolling for them, because you truly care and you love them, they could limit having to really punch a clock and feel what we feel. And although there's some women out there that get to the bag anyway, anyhow, probably do this side hustle of, working for themselves, but also have a real gig. They do the damn thing. Women are shining today. It shouldn't be intimidating, but a little bit is, because we feel this is the problem, ladies, we have. And it sounds like we might be raining on your parade or not giving you your flowers. We love it. Like me, I'll speak for Voice of Reason and the guys I know. We love an independent woman, a woman that gets the bag, has another hustle outside of that, or just really lock in on the bag she does get. We like all of that shit, man. That shit is sexy. But we feel like it's hard for y'all to still, based on the man you deal with, check enough of his boxes as far as when it comes to the relationship, or to obtain a relationship, or to maintain the relationship, or to keep it just. It's just hard. That's a multitasker for real. Jack of all trades, or Jackie of all trades in this case. So I feel like for the best love possible, the woman has to be stay home or work for herself, not deal with what we deal with as guys, because we both gonna be drained. It's just a harder challenge, I'm gonna give y'all grace and say that a relationship can work out, can be all it could be when she does have to work and she can't stay home or work for herself. But let me tell you how a lot of it is gonna go, especially if y'all live together. And as I say that, I step off, right? But I'm gonna come back. If you both have to work, you should live separate. You gotta maintain your spot, fellas. She gotta maintain hers. Y'all come together when y'all come together. I feel like it's a little bit healthier. When you're gonna transition into moving in, that's why I say it gets tricky, because now y'all live together. Y'all both beat up from work. Who judging, who cleaning, who cooking, who taking this, who doing this. You could draw up a plan of how that works and how y'all can work as a team. But a rough week for both of y'all may bump heads in that. You can overcome that though. But there go the challenges it'll be. Feel me? Don't take it no way, ladies. We know that you're more loving and more caring when you ain't gotta bust your ass. And there's a guy that genuinely cares for you and he's taking care of things. You still want your own shit, I get it. You still wanna feel independent, and as long as he's not taking advantage of that and trying to control you, cool. Right? All right. And to close out, is it as equally foul to sleep with someone's girlfriend versus their wife? Whew. It's a cold world. So, not to bring real gossip celebrities in this shit, I understand Papoose mindset. If I'm married and I'm married and the chick is married to me and you shake my hand and you fuck with her after that, it's up. It's up. If that's my girlfriend, you shake my hand, I feel it's still up. Not as up, but up. It's the equivalent of if you knew that was my wife and you shook my hand, even if my two-piece drops you, I'm still stomping you out. If that's my girl and you shook my hand and you knew, If the two-piece drops you, I might stop there. If she's my girl and you didn't shake my hand, I never met you, you don't owe me nothing, so it's not a pleasant feeling, but it may not be up for you. You might be good. I don't know what she told you or who initiated. I would never trust her word on it because she did it. So you might be good there. If you sleep with my wife and you don't know me, you never shook my hand, you ain't meet me. If you knew she was married, it might be up for you, but you ain't playing my face, feel me? So it's like, that would be a tricky one. So these are the scenarios. Tricky for that. Girlfriend, you pretty good, but don't shake my hand or play in my face. You know me, you met me, and you did that after that. It's up. It's up for you. If you were, I'm always political and fucking read between the lines. If you was shooting your shot while she was my girl, my fiance, you ain't never meet me, you ain't shake my hand, it's not up for you. That's just fucked up feeling though. Like I said, it don't sit pleasant. I'm playing around with this. It don't sit pleasant. No, so none of these scenarios sit well. But we don't know what was said and how it transpired really. You know, I get women in the whole loyalty thing when they deal and they with a guy and, you know, they don't like a guy to mess around or creep around and have them looking crazy because you don't know what was said. And the reason men and women bump heads on this whole thing is I don't feel like men gotta verbally slash their partner to fuck around. Does it make it right? No. You think I'm going somewhere else with it. None of this is justified. Wrong is wrong, wrong is wrong, wrong is wrong, wrong is wrong. What I'm saying is for a man, if I vice versa this and say, is it equally foul to sleep with someone's boyfriend versus husband? I feel like you should look at it how we look at it. If the chick know you and said hi and interacted with you, it should be up for her no matter what, boyfriend or husband. But you get what I'm saying? Like, the guy, I don't, personal experience, it was a minimum convo, but I didn't try to make my partner look horrible just to get my rocks off. Now, if in the midst of that, which makes it messy and a bad situation overall, if you're doing what you shouldn't be and now you pillow talk, that's something else and it's like deeper now. And then that's where you may get into combo you shouldn't. But if you literally, we use the vacation times, right? We away. We ain't got to even talk at all about who we got, who we with, and you do it, that's it. You know what I mean? You got busy, you're done. It's still wrong. The woman's still going to feel you got her out here looking crazy because somebody's going to know you did that. And all it takes is one person. But I stepped away from it as I always wonder. Closing. It's not equally foul per se to sleep with someone's girlfriend versus their wife. The only way it becomes equally foul is if the guy met the partner, shook his hand, had an interaction. Then it's equally foul whether it's just girlfriend or wife. My opinion. You tell me how you feel. So to the next time, you know my 3 Ps. Stay positive, stay progressive, and stay pushing. Peace.
Love being this, so I expect the drama. It goes left as a good guy. You crying for mama. Are you crying? Thick skin, like I'm wearing some armor. I'm a shooter. Only way I miss shells like Obama. What a punch, you want love? What a punk. All I want is respect and 4 checks every month. Every bad guys are fly and the hood got sore. So join us. Fuck you wanna be a good guy for? Why? They play in your face and think it's okay. With us they gotta tread light and think what they say. Or we leave them rotten.